The concrete tomb, delving deeper into Hitler's Führerbunker there in Berlin by 1944, tasted of ash and desperation. Above ground, the once imperial capital groaned under the relentless hammer blows of Allied bombing raids, its grand boulevards transformed into canyons of rubble. Below, shielded from the apocalyptic fury, a subterranean monument to delusion and defeat was being feverishly completed, the Führerbunker. This was no mere air raid shelter, but a meticulously engineered tomb in waiting, conceived not for survival, but for the orchestration of a final, nihilistic pictured mirroring beneath the Reich Chancellery Garden, the engineered depths. Building for oblivion, the bunker complex was actually two structures, layered and deepened in response to the escalating air war. The earlier Führerbunker, upper bunker, constructed in 1936, was already inadequate. The deeper Führerbunker, built directly beneath it in 1943-44, plunged roughly 8.5 meters 28 feet below the surface, a descent into a claustrophobic, fluorescent-lit purgatory. Its design prioritized brutalist functionality over comfort. Walls of ferro-concrete, thickened to nearly 3 meters 10 feet in critical areas, were intended to withstand direct hits from the Hebus bombs. The ceilings, similarly reinforced, curved slightly to deflect blasts. Access was deliberately limited and convoluted. A narrow, twisting staircase descended from the Führerbunker's pantry, funneling all traffic through a single, easily controlled point. Security airlocks and heavy steel doors punctuated the cramped corridors, sealing off sections and amplifying the sense of suffocating confinement. Within this labyrinth, necessity dictated a stark, utilitarian existence. Ventilation systems, massive and perpetually humming, strained to draw air through filters designed to protect against gas attacks, but they could never fully dispel the pervasive stench of diesel fuel from the generators, damp concrete, stale sweat, and later, decay. These diesel generators were the bunker's throbbing heart, providing essential power for lights, communications, and ventilation. Their constant drone a backdrop to every conversation and decision. Water came from a deep well, pumped laboriously. Communications were a lifeline to a disintegrating world. A dedicated switchboard connected Hitler to his rapidly shrinking empire, while teleprinters chattered incessantly with increasingly catastrophic news. The living quarters were Spartan, almost monastic. Hitler's study, little more than a concrete cell, contained a desk, a sofa, a portrait of Frederick the Great, a symbol of last-minute salvation Hitler clung to, and a large map table where the shrinking fronts of the Reich were tracked with diminishing hope. Adjacent was his sparsely furnished bedroom. Eva Braun's room, slightly more personal with its own bathroom, offered a fragile veneer of domesticity. A map room served as the nerve center for phantom offensives. A small, bleak conference room became the stage for Hitler's volcanic rages against his generals. A cramped communal area housed staff and adjutants. The fluorescent lighting, a modern innovation, cast a cold, unflattering, and clinical glare over everything, bleaching color and life from the faces of the inhabitants, making the underground world feel even more detached from the sunlit reality. Above, descent into the abyss. April 1945. Hitler's permanent descent into the bunker on January 16, 1945, marked the point of no return. The outside world, beyond the thick concrete and the Chancellery's ruined shell, was collapsing. With terrifying speed, Soviet armies, vast and implacable, closed the ring with brutal efficiency. Above, Berlin was a Dantean landscape. Buildings reduced to skeletal facades, streets cratered and impassable, civilians scavenging in ruins or cowering in makeshift cellars, while fanatical Hitler Youth and aged Volkssturm militiamen prepared for a suicidal last stand. Inside the bunker, the atmosphere curdled. The physical environment was oppressive: low ceilings, narrow passages, the ever-present mechanical drone, the thick, chemical-laden air. But the psychological atmosphere was far worse. Reality underwent a profound distortion. Hitler, physically ravaged, his left arm and leg trembled uncontrollably, his posture stooped, his complexion gray and waxy, retreated further into a world of fantasy and blame. Military briefings became grotesque rituals. Generals like Keitel and Jodl presented maps showing vast swaths of territory lost, armies encircled and annihilated. Hitler responded not with strategic insight, but with apoplectic fury, lashing out at traitors, incompetence, and the betrayal of the German people by their military caste. He issued detailed orders for armies that existed only. The Führerbunker was a complex underground bunker system located in Berlin, Germany, that served as the final command center and last residence of Adolf Hitler during World War II. Here are some key facts about the Führerbunker construction and design. The Führerbunker was constructed in 1936 as a safe haven for Hitler and other high-ranking Nazi officials during air raids. The bunker was significantly expanded and renovated in 1943-1944. As the Allies began to bomb Berlin more frequently, the bunker was designed to provide a secure and self-sufficient environment for Hitler and his staff, with features such as reinforced concrete walls, air filtration systems, and diesel generators. The bunker's walls were up to 3 meters thick in some areas, and the ceilings were designed to withstand direct hits from bombs. Layout and facilities. The Führerbunker was a complex of two bunkers, the Führerbunker and the Führerbunker. The Führerbunker was the upper bunker, which served as a living quarters for the bunker's inhabitants. The Führerbunker was the lower bunker, which housed Hitler's private quarters, conference rooms, and communication centers. The bunker was equipped with state-of-the-art technology, including teleprinters, radios, and maps, which allowed Hitler to stay informed about the war effort. The bunker also had a medical center, a dental clinic, and a kitchen, which provided for the needs of the inhabitants. Life in the bunker. Hitler moved into the Führerbunker on January 16, 1945, and remained there until his death on April 30, 1945. The bunker was home to a large group of people, including Hitler's staff, military officers, and other high-ranking officials. Life in the bunker was cramped and claustrophobic, with limited access to fresh air and natural light. The bunker's inhabitants were subject to the whims of Hitler's increasingly unstable personality, and the atmosphere was often tense and anxious despite the difficulties of life in the bunker. The inhabitants tried to maintain a sense of normalcy with activities such as playing cards, watching movies, and reading books. Final days. As the Soviet army approached Berlin, Hitler became increasingly isolated and detached from reality. On April 29, 1945, Hitler married his longtime companion, Eva Braun, in a small ceremony in the bunker. On April 30, 1945, Hitler and Braun took their own lives in the bunker, with Hitler shooting himself in the head and Braun taking cyanide. The bodies of Hitler and Braun were burned in the garden above the bunker, along with the bodies of other high-ranking officials who had also taken their own lives. The final days of the bunker were marked by chaos and confusion, as the Soviet army closed in on Berlin and the inhabitants of the bunker tried to escape. Aftermath. The Führerbunker was partially destroyed by the Soviet Union after the war, and the site was left unmarked for many years. Today, the site where the Führerbunker once stood is marked with a small plaque, serving as a reminder of the atrocities committed by the Nazi regime. The Führerbunker has become a symbol of the Third Reich's hubris and collapse, and serves as a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of accountability. Legacy. The Führerbunker has been the subject of numerous books, films, and documentaries, and continues to fascinate historians and the general public alike. The bunker's legacy serves as a reminder of the importance of learning from history and promoting peace, stability, and human rights. The Führerbunker's story is a testament to the dangers of extremism and authoritarianism, and serves as a warning to future generations about the importance of accountability and the rule of law. The bunker's legacy also serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving historical sites and artifacts, and of the need to learn from the past in order to build a better future. In conclusion, the Führerbunker was a complex and fascinating place that played a significant role in the final stages of World War II. Its legacy serves as a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of accountability, and its story continues to captivate and educate people to this day. The Führerbunker's story is a testament to the importance of learning from history and of the need to promote peace, stability, and human rights in the world. Imagine being in a bunker beneath the streets of Berlin, surrounded by the sounds of war and the weight of responsibility. This was the reality for Hitler and his staff, who lived and worked in the Führerbunker as the Soviet army closed in on Berlin. The Führerbunker was more than just a shelter. It was a symbol of power, control, and determination. But it was also a place of desperation, fear, and ultimately, defeat. As we explore the Führerbunker, we gain a glimpse into the lives of those who lived and died there. We see the cramped corridors, the dimly lit rooms, and the makeshift living quarters. We hear the stories of Hitler's final days, of his relationships with his staff and his loved ones. The Führerbunker is a reminder of the importance of learning from history, of the dangers of unchecked power, and the importance of accountability. It's a testament to the human spirit, in all its complexity and fragility. The Führerbunker, Hitler's underground command center in Berlin, holds significant importance in world history due to its role in the final stages of World War II and the collapse of the Third Reich. This essay will provide a comprehensive exploration of the historical context, design, and significance of the Führerbunker, as well as its impact on the war and its legacy. Historical context: Führerbunker was constructed in 1936 as a safe haven for Adolf Hitler and other high-ranking Nazi officials during air raids. However, it was significantly expanded and renovated in 1943-1944, as the Allies began to bomb Berlin more frequently. The bunker was designed to provide a secure and self-sufficient environment for Hitler and his staff, with features such as reinforced concrete walls, air filtration systems, and diesel generators. The construction of the Führerbunker was a response to the increasing threat of Allied bombing raids on Berlin. As the war turned against Germany, Hitler became increasingly obsessed with security and survival, and the Führerbunker was designed to protect him from the dangers above ground. The bunker's design and layout reflect the Nazi regime's priorities, with a focus on security, control, and survival. Design and layout: Führerbunker was a complex of two bunkers, the Führerbunker and the Führerbunker. The Führerbunker was the upper bunker, which served as a living quarters for the bunker's inhabitants. The Führerbunker, on the other hand, was the lower bunker, which housed Hitler's private quarters, conference rooms, and communication centers. The bunker was equipped with state-of-the-art technology, including teleprinters, radios, and maps, which allowed Hitler to stay informed about the war effort. The Führerbunker's design and layout were carefully planned to meet the needs of Hitler and his staff. The bunker's walls were made of reinforced concrete, and the ceilings were designed to withstand direct hits from bombs. The bunker's air filtration systems and diesel generators ensured that the inhabitants had a reliable supply of air and power. Significance: the Führerbunker played a crucial role in the final stages of World War II. As the Soviet army approached Berlin, Hitler retreated to the bunker, where he remained until his death on April 30, 1945. The bunker served as a symbol of Hitler's refusal to surrender, even as the war was lost. The Führerbunker also became a hub of activity, with high-ranking officials, military officers, and other staff members working tirelessly to coordinate the German war effort. The Führerbunker's significance extends beyond its role in the war. However, it also serves as a symbol of the Nazi regime's hubris and arrogance. The bunker's design and layout reflect the regime's priorities, with a focus on security, control, and survival. The Führerbunker's legacy serves as a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of accountability. Impact on the war: the Führerbunker had a significant impact on the war, as it allowed Hitler to maintain control over the German military and government, even as the Soviet army closed in on Berlin. However, the bunker's isolation and lack of accurate information about the war's progress contributed to Hitler's increasingly erratic and unrealistic decisions, which ultimately led to the collapse of the Third Reich. The Führerbunker's impact on the war was not limited to Hitler's decision-making, however. The bunker's existence also had a profound psychological impact on the inhabitants, who were cut off from the outside world and subject to the whims of Hitler's increasingly unstable personality. The bunker's cramped and claustrophobic environment, combined with the constant threat of Soviet artillery and air raids, created a sense of tension and anxiety that was palpable. Legacy: the Führerbunker has become a symbol of the Third Reich's hubris and collapse. After the war, the bunker was partially destroyed by the Soviet Union, and the site was left unmarked for many years. Today, the site where the Führerbunker once stood is marked with a small plaque, serving as a reminder of the atrocities committed by the Nazi regime. The Führerbunker's legacy extends beyond its physical presence, however. It also serves as a reminder of the importance of learning from history and promoting peace. stability, and human rights. The Four Bunkers story is a testament to the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of accountability, and it serves as a warning to future generations about the dangers of extremism and authoritarianism. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Führerbunker played a significant role in world history due to its role in the final stages of World War II and the collapse of the Third Reich. The bunker's design, layout, and significance reflect the Nazi regime's priorities and values, and its legacy serves as a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of accountability. The Four Bunkers story is a complex and multifaceted one, reflecting the complexities of